Hello people. Today I'm going to be talking about my lovely piercings. So if you're that person that commented on my snake bites video saying that I should probably find a Jesus, you're not gonna like this one, I'm sorry. I'm not joking, that did actually happen unfortunately. But today I'm just going to be talking about my piercings, so let's get into it. The first piercing I've ever got, that I don't actually have anymore, was I got both of my ears pierced, like a long time ago. But I didn't know how to take care of them, and I switched out my piercings like a few days after I got them, so they got infected, and I had to take them out. So I don't have much to say about these ones because I don't have them anymore. Well, technically I still have this one, but this got pierced a different time. So that's all I have to say. They weren't that painful. I don't really remember. I don't know. The actual first piercing that I have on my face was my septum. I really like my septum actually. It's just a very nonchalant, chill piercing, I have to say. I think that if you want to get into having piercings and you're looking for a good first piercing where you can hide it if you want to, and it's not that painful in my humble opinion, septum is a great way to go. My septum did not hurt at all, if I'm being honest. I think I do have a sweet spot. I know some people don't have a sweet spot in their septum. Luckily I did, but I barely felt anything. I would say the actual piercing was like a 1 or 2 out of 10. It did not hurt at all, to be completely honest. However, the healing process, even though it's very, very short, it only takes about 2 weeks to a month to heal, you have to be proper careful, because if you knock it, or even if you do this, you stretch this area, when you're chewing or eating food, the pain is crazy. Funny story, so you get to laugh at my pain if you really want to. The day I got it pierced, I was eating pizza like a good humble being, and I was chewing, doing that, and I stretched my mouth too much, and I had a stinging feeling all the way up my nose, all the way down my eyebrows, just this whole area. I was stinging, almost like I got electroshocks just all around my face. The room started spinning, and I started tearing up. So that wasn't very fun. And then I got really paranoid that it was going to happen again. So I just would talk like this. Very, very monotone, very humble. Actually, I was trying to eat my pizza, and then I opened my mouth. Now I'm really cautious. I opened my mouth too wide, and then I got the most ear stinging, bum hole piercing pain in my nostrils. Oh, I literally I felt the world spin. But overall, it was okay. It healed pretty fast. I was able to hide it because I got this piercing when I was in year 11, so I had to hide it because the teachers did not like it very much. The second piercing I got, which is a bit more of a traditional first piercing, I would say, is my ear. I don't have much to say about this one because it's just an ear piercing. I'll be real. It was fine. Look at that. I got this little piercing in it right now. It's a little spiky thing. I'll take it out actually. I'll show you up close. There you go. I got this at Camden Market. There you go. Isn't that quite sick? It won't focus on it though. There you go. The only thing that's annoying about getting your ear pierced is if you sleep on your side, which I do. I couldn't sleep on this side of my head for a bit because it would hurt. But once it was healed, after a month or so, it was fine. So, just a bit of an adjustment. Honestly, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion in the piercing community, but low-key, I feel like this piercing, the actual pierce, was less painful than this. Because this, when I got it pierced, it stung a little bit and it was a bit uncomfortable. This I barely even felt. So I would say an ear piercing is probably a 2 out of 10. This is probably 1 out of 10, septum is probably 1 out of 10, and then ear piercing is 2 out of 10, in my humble opinion. I've just now realised that practically my piercings, every single piercing I get just goes up in pain level. I guess I planned that out pretty well so I could build my tolerance, but I don't know how that happened. The third piercing that I got, and that I have currently on my face, is my eyebrow, as you can see. Wow. I've also got little spikies. I've got little spikies here, got little spikies here, which looks pretty sick. My eyebrow, I don't know, the day I got it, I was quite an emotional being. I don't know what was going on, but I was just not, my brain was not in the right place. So it probably hurt more because I was very emotional. So I don't know. But if I actually think about it logically, it was probably a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10. Mostly because this skin is just really fat and quite thick. So you have to pierce through a lot. And yeah, it didn't swell that much for me, surprisingly. Like, I've seen, like, photos and stuff of, like, the eyebrow swells. My one didn't swell that much. Like, it did a little bit, but not, like, a crazy amount. As you can see, I have a fucking lump on it. I've got, like, a little spot because I got an ingrown hair recently in it, and then it got infected. So that's really great. I don't really know how to get rid of it. It's gone down. Like, it used to look so much worse. Like, it would literally, it, like, pushed down on my eye. So that wasn't fun. But I don't know, I think I've tried, like, the warm, like, compress. Like, I just got, like, a tissue, got it in some warm water and just, like, pushed it up against it, and that kind of got it to go down. But then as soon as I stopped doing that, it just kind of goes back up. So I don't know. Okay, I've seen, and now I keep getting posts on TikTok of people saying, like, oh, eyebrow piercings are not permanent anyway. And I'm like, do you know what? I'm such a stubborn dickhead. I'm not going to take it out, even if I have a fucking lump on it. I'm not going to take it out because I think it looks sick. And do you know what? If I have to have a red spot on my eye, I'll have a red spot on my eye for a piercing. Okay? Whatever. I don't really care, to be completely honest. The next piercing that I got, my last piercing that I have, which I'm sure you can figure out for, like, you know, like, obviously, is my little snake bites. I love my snake bites. My snake bites are my favourite piercing I've ever got. They are so sick, and I just love them. The pain, though, the pain is a different story. These are the most painful ones I've got. If I had to put it on the pain scale, I'd put it on, like, a 7 or an 8. Again, like, the actual pierce... okay, I forgot to mention this, but, like, for the most part, when you get a piercing, the actual, like, needle going through your skin isn't the painful part. Like, it is, but it's not as bad. The getting the jewellery in is the painful part. The getting the jewellery in is so much more fucking painful, because, like, you have someone, like, digging around, screwing on something, like, it's too much. It actually is very painful. If you want more details on my snake bites, if you're curious, I did make a video about my snake bites, like, getting my snake bites, and I kind of explained it a little bit more. It'll probably be in the end card, but it's also on my channel. I haven't got that many videos yet, so it's probably not that hard to find. This is the same jewellery that I had from the start, which is the little balls. I've been thinking about switching to rings, but I'm not too sure. Like, I actually quite like how these look on me. Like, I thought that I wouldn't, because the whole reason I wanted to get snake bites is so that I could switch to, like, the rings. But I actually quite like how these look. So I don't know. I'm gonna try out rings and see how they look, but I'll have both and I can switch between them if I really want to. The healing process for my snake bites was a lot easier than I thought it would be, to be completely honest. I thought it was going to be really hard. I thought I wouldn't be able to eat. I thought I would just be, like, suffering. But it was actually alright. Like, the first few days was a bit tricky because I had to, like, readjust. I had to eat at the back of my mouth because I didn't want to irritate them. And I couldn't eat anything that was too hot or drink anything that was too hot, spicy, and I couldn't have fizzy drinks. And the worst part of all, I could not kiss my cat. And that made me really upset. But after that period, it was pretty alright. The only issue that I did have for a brief while was with this one, with this piercing. For some reason, the inside swelled up a little bit. Like, it just, I don't know why. Maybe I was biting on it too much and it just got pissed off and decided to implode. But it swelled up a tiny bit, and then it would, like, the bar would be too short, so it would kind of, like, get, like, sucked in. During the day, I would, like, you know, pull it out, make sure it didn't get stuck. But at night, I couldn't do that because, like, I'm sleeping. So it would just, like, skin would grow over it. Like, new skin would grow over it and scar over it. So every morning, I had to get up and re-pierce it. And I did that for, like, 5 days. And then, finally, it stopped doing that. Like, it healed properly and then it wasn't getting stuck anymore. So that was kind of torturous. I'm not gonna lie. That was actually fucking annoying. But now it's okay. Now they're all healed, and I can bite on them, and it's fine. I can't lie though, having healed snake bites and having these piercings is the most fun thing in the world, because whenever I'm bored, whenever I'm anxious, I just bite on the metal, and it's amazing. It's probably not the best for my teeth, if I'm being completely honest. But it's good for my brain, so I do it. Okay? Little bonus, since we're talking about body modification. I don't know if piercings count as body modification, because, like, they're not really permanent. But I do also have a tattoo. And I will show it to you right now. This is my tattoo. Oh my god, I'm like a proper gymnast. Look at this. Oh fuck. I'll put a better picture on the screen because I don't really know if that showed up well. But it's a little guitar on my ankle. Just like that one. Wow. I don't know. It was kind of impulsive, if I'm being super honest. I kind of just felt like getting one, and my dad was getting tattooed, and I was like, what if I also got a tattoo? And then I did. So I don't really know how that happened. I was kind of saying it as a joke because I didn't think anyone would actually agree with me or like let me do it, but they did. So that was great. But it is quite sick. Like, it's not anything crazy. It's not something I'm gonna end up regretting in the future because it's just a guitar on my ankle. Like, it's not that serious. But I think it's pretty cool. I definitely want to get more tattoos in the future. I'm so excited to be able to do that once I am of the age that is allowed to. But actually getting my tattoo, it was alright. Like, it's obviously very uncomfortable, but it didn't take very long because it's very small and it's just like line work. Like, there's no colour or anything. So it wasn't too bad, but it was quite painful, I'm going to be honest. Like, it was just like someone like stabbing you with a needle just like a million times, which is what it is. But it feels like exactly what you would think it would feel like. It's also quite like vibrated because obviously it's like, you know. But I'm very happy with it. Like, it was quite nice, you know. I didn't have any problems with it. It healed pretty easily, so that was pretty sick. If you enjoyed me yapping about my singular tattoo, my piercings, my pain, my torture even, just kidding, guys. I say I'm being tortured, but I'm not. Okay, I do enjoy. I'm not being forced to do this. This is out of my own free will. But you can like, you can subscribe, you can do all of the business if you really want to. You know, you can always flex that you're watching someone with that doesn't have a large audience. You know, that would be pretty sick. But yeah, I hope you have a nice day today, and or a nice evening whenever you're watching this. And bye bye. I'll see you when I see you.